Minutes from?
All right, so the call to order the Board of Fire Commissioners meeting for July 10th at 7:30.
Okay, I'm here.
Is Carol here?
Rob Levesh. So we move, they're gonna move to approve the minutes. 5:15, 5:29, and 6:12.
I make a motion to approve the minutes from 5:15, 5:29, and 6:12.
Second.
Roll call. Yes.
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 All right. Public comment. No one's here. So I think and then no one's online.
No.
Yeah. All right. Next topic is Lower Guile Field. Anything going on with that project? What's
So-
the latest?
So there's some hearings throughout the summer just to approve witnesses for both sides. That's all virtual. And then in October, the actual hearing.
So is there a date?
There is a date.
October 6th, tentatively, but now it's back and forth. Somebody couldn't make it, so it might be October 13th. Somewhere there on that. But there is a walkthrough site visit in late September, early October that everyone's invited to. When I have the exact date, I'll let you know. And that's all I have. That's why I really don't have anything concrete.
Is the opposing party K? Or is one of the opposing parties? No, it's just the way this.
Yeah, is the walkthrough with the state or?
Well, yeah,
is
it's all in everybody.
and is the general public? Is that open to the general
Yeah, because
public?
it's a public holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah, anybody can go. So.
Okay, so then that gets posted.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
walkthrough. Okay. So yeah, we should.
Yeah.
Next agenda item is to appoint a commissioner for open space regional plan. Anybody want to do that?
I'm happy to do it.
Okay.
I'm already doing, I did that.
Yeah, okay, perfect.
And I'm on the Worcester. Yeah. Next week. Rob, you're wrong.
Yeah.
So,
I'm happy to do it.
All right, so,
I didn't even know, are they still?
They
I think
kind
they'll
of
have to
heard
close
that
it.
they kind of stopped. And then it sounds like, I think, maybe one word about baseball, we would do an environmental plan, and maybe things.
Who's organizing this? It was Tim. I think when Tim left, it stopped with it.
And the assistant's leaving next week.
So who knows what's gonna happen?
So I don't know who's.
Carolyn, looks like you're leaving.
But this was put in place, I think, once CPC started to kind of see what could be used, right?
Well,
You need to do, the state requires you to do this every 10 years.
Yeah.
They can withhold some money to park and rec if you do not do this, and we are well over the 10 years.
Okay.
and that's never, it's happened. It's been going for a while. It should be closed out.
Oh,
Pretty nice. And then who's the consultant? I forget, but I had a meeting with them talking about the master plan. They're like, oh, you don't really need to do, this is different,
yeah,
but it's also opens the door for written such like that as well. So
Yeah.
it's like they just need to check the box, and I feel like it's getting close, but
yeah, okay.
maybe you can help
Yeah,
organize
Because
this.
it was supposed to be,
It should be completed.
completed,
It should be completed.
but we've never seen a
I'll
final
find the
draft.
document.
Yeah.
I forget who the consultant.
Last one. That was a
I
great.
see here. Okay.
I could probably, or we could ask Cheyenne. She's leaving in weeks. She might not even know. It was Tim who was like spearheading
Okay.
his thing. All right, so I get a motion to-
Yeah, we motion upon Carolyn Cato for the represent the park commissioners in the open space.
second.
Okay, Ted, Gary, yes?
Yes, so you're on.
Thank you.
Yeah. CPC project updates, recreational administration contract in progress. So as you guys know, we obviously we selected Time Bond. We had just an update. The three of us met with them yesterday. It's been trying to negotiate a contract and get terms and conditions all set, and they're pretty much there. They've agreed, so we're set to go. And the dates, so what we talked about yesterday was a date to have a kickoff meeting. And hold on one second. I have it in my notes here. All right, so they're gonna have a kickoff meeting. It's gonna be an hour and a half. It's about a half an hour presentation. This is to the whole community. This is open to the public. We're gonna invite all the stakeholders that gave money. So it's gonna be people, but it's also gonna be open to the public. So we're going to advertise, Milton Times, do social media. We'll put it on Bonnie will put it out on this page, whatever, share it. We just need to pick a date, and the potential preferred dates are Tuesday, July 29th or Thursday, July 31st. Can either one of those dates work for you?
Either date works for me.
I forgot my phone. 31st, is that like a Friday?
No, it's Thursday, Tuesday or Thursday.
Tuesday does work better for me.
Tuesday, 31st. I think either one works.
But so if Tuesday works better, I could do either. It's fine. I would prefer to do Tuesday. I had backup dates, but it's better to do it earlier because then I'm on vacation. It's going to have to wait till another day. So what I will say is the next step after that is we do that. It'll be about an hour and a half. They do a half-hour presentation. They're going to do like community engagement exercises during that, and then do questions and answers. Who shows up, and then the next step would be Ryan's going to come for like a half a day. And right now, I agreed to go with Kevin. You guys are welcome to come if you want, but it is a big commitment. It'll be like 4 hours, and we're targeting the week of August 12th. That week, where he would come like probably in the morning and then stay here all day. But it's like walk all the parks pretty much, and we got to get with Gary, see if he can be available for that, and then those are the two people that we want for it, and then they're going to necessarily, but just for a contact with it. So it's like once we get the knockdown, the first big one is getting the kickoff meeting. So we'll do that on Tuesday, July 29th, and that'll be at 7 o'clock to 8:30.
7 o'clock to 8:30.
Yeah.
And we're gonna try to do it over the COA, is that what you mentioned?
Oh, we can try to do that.
It over the COA?
Oh, I was thinking either one.
The firehouse?
Firehouse
Oh.
we can do too.
No,
I mean, they're
that's
both
not
pretty
good.
big.
Yeah, the firehouse, okay.
So I just have a question because I think they had mentioned they were only going to do so many community engagement meetings, right? I'm assuming that's part of the contract.
Yeah.
All I would just say is July and August is a very quiet time around here. So I think we just have to make sure. Yeah, we definitely have got to do one in the fall. So if we can get majority of the youth sports people involved in this first one, coaches, whatever it is, then I think, that's a great thing.
We're also gonna offer a hybrid meeting. So we've agreed on, so we will put it up. So people are on vacation. People want to still go to it and they're wherever. We figured it was better to do that. And then also Bonnie had suggested to ask questions beforehand. We might put it out to the public, hey, if there's questions before this meeting, we could ask questions of them.
Yeah.
And then, so just to cast our net large, because to your point, there's a lot of people.
Yeah, right.
So, it's always tough to do these hybrid meetings, but it is, I think, a benefit to the public. So I think you'll have more participation. And then there's the two of them. So Allison, who was at the, and then, so as long as there's two of them too, one person might be and then one person will kind of watch who's online and stuff.
Okay, and then,
We could always have a second one too. I think the nice thing is with the contract, it was a lot lower than our,
right, that was one
our
of the.
price. So, I think, let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
And then kind of, we could beef it up if we had to do another meeting or something. We might do another.
Okay.
And then we can try to.
And who's reaching out to the coaches? Like, who's reaching out to the youth organizations to let them know?
I can't use them.
Okay,
Some of them you can.
Yeah,
With
yeah,
softball.
I could do softball and soccer,
yeah,
but I don't know the other ones,
So
baseball
I can do baseball, youth football,
and then lacrosse.
lacrosse,
Those are the big ones. I don't know.
Yeah.
yeah.
field hockey.
So field hockey, they weren't a part of that, but they should be contacted.
Okay,
Yeah. So anybody who's in here, I mean, there's Gaelic football. I don't know.
right, like, that's what I'm trying to figure out. I mean, like, there's so many kind of youth programs that happen in Milton, but
Do you guys have you have a list of anything that we're missing? I know there's that we just mentioned field hockey, Gaelic football. Is there
I
anything
think
we're
there's like
missing?
a flag football or something.
Flag football's part of youth football.
Okay,
Yep, there, intertwined. No, I think that was Gaelic field hockey with the two that,
They weren't necessarily.
Gaelic is still going on?
oh yeah.
Yeah. Gabby actually get one of her friends got her to play.
It's great. They love Houghton's. It's great. They're the only youth group that goes to Houghton's, but nobody's up there.
Okay, so if you can contact them, I'll let softball.
Soccer.
I'll let soccer and softball if you do the rest. That would be helpful. Oh, do you want to reach out to field hockey?
yeah, that's a field hockey.
Okay. That all sounds good. So we got a plan in place for that.
And just a thought, like, I mean, I don't know, maybe like the pickleball group and,
Oh,
Yeah,
sure.
like I
You know,
think,
like,
right, I
I
think we
want- we
just need
wanna
to brainstorm
include-
a little bit or
Yeah.
think of.
yeah, I'm sure there'll be others that
well,
will
yeah,
think of
but
too.
also I know. So for the CPC, the Council of Aging was involved. So should we also mention to get as many people?
I'll
That's what I think.
To Christine Stanton,
Yeah,
who
Christine
runs the COA, yeah, so.
We can
Get the
word. I would still need to involve, some people are on board.
Yeah, I think
Whoever we can test on it too.
that's what I think would be, even if we, I don't know the process, but even just letting, if someone from the select board wants to join, someone from the planning board wants to join, I think the more people that can speak, that get educated about what this is, are gonna be able to speak to the public about it, and you're gonna get more support.
Yeah.
If we can all explain, what's happening.
At the meeting, is it gonna be more, I know Tag Bond, is gonna present, right? And then is it gonna be like just Q&A, or is it more like have an open house where people can mill around and talk to people? That type of thing?
I think it might be all. So what they plan on doing, I think, is coming with the plans of the field and rolling them out on the table to get community input, to start that process. So that might be, that's why that's a half hour and questions and answers. I think they just want to, it's just basically to start engagement.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which could be chaos with how many people, but it is what.
It sounds like this is what they do though. So,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did ask, so the major thing is, so after the kickoff is, then they're gonna do one-on-one interviews. And so then we were gonna get 1 or 2 people max from each major organization to do those interviews.
Okay.
So they said yesterday that, yes, they do that often, but to get better feedback from that, just have 1 or 2 point people. Instead of going to a whole board, they've said it's been sometimes a board doesn't even all agree on what they need or what. So,
100%
right.
the way they're doing that.
The way they do just one-on-one. Yeah. And Ryan is really sharp. I think they were great yesterday. So I think that we did this. All right, managers report.
Sure. Mine kind of connects with CPC, but I talked to John Fulsham yesterday at length, who's doing the dugouts, just to touch base with him. And we're looking the first week in August to start. He's gonna come in, rip everything down, all four at once, and then
Four fields and
Kelly baseball, Kelly softball, brand new dugouts, concrete pads, benches,
August 1st.
Yeah.
How long?
roughly.
It'll be over, yeah.
Good month anyhow.
Take them on.
They're good. I mean, they're local too. They're out of Quincy, which is great.
Some of most over at that point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, softball ends before, actually Babe Ruth
It's right that week.
tentatively has a game August 4th, but I can always switch them to Cunningham or the high school if they're in there.
Yeah, the playoff for first.
So we're good to go on that one.
Is there any like rendering or drawing of what it will look like that we can kind of let the public know this is happening, or?
I probably, when I put that together, I have like images of what it would look like.
Yeah.
So I have to go back, like, and that wasn't it. But it's that there's not like a rendering.
Yeah,
But
And then when the project starts, I put out the CPC signs
yeah.
to let the public know that this project is funded by CPC.
yeah,
And we so we can cover that, like with the CPC, but also I think we ordered like 20 new signs too. So we'll put like new signs.
I think we really need to emphasize CPC funding.
Yeah.
Is like huge for.
Because a lot of
covering
people
lights.
don't. When we did the lighting project
Yeah.
at the high school, I got a few phone calls. Like, who's paying for, who's CPC?
Yeah, right.
Well, you voted for it.
Right.
Well, or you didn't vote.
Or either way.
Yeah, but I think signage is huge at these projects.
Yeah.
All the ones we've done, we've put signage out to let people know
Yeah.
what this money is going for.
Yeah,
No, we've actually had a great summer, knock on wood. Today's the first heavy rain day we'll have.
It was that one, we're in that pattern of every, like, but it was a weekend, right? For a
Yeah,
while.
right. No, it's been a great summer, actually, sports wise. Basically every night, every field in Milton is being used for either softball or baseball, everything. No, it's been great summer. I'd say, so again, first day.
Yeah.
And the league's great. It's Monday through Thursday, no weekends. So,
So far, I haven't had to cancel any concerts out front.
no, oh, sorry.
last night
It
was, I
was
was
so
like.
beautiful. I was very, I'm like, oh, the sky looks like it could open up at any time,
Yeah,
It was fine. The sun came out. It was beautiful. We had a
When
good
did that?
yeah,
turnout. Ended, 8:00 last night.
No, like,
The concerts end second week in August 13th, 14th, that week. Yeah, so then those have been going really great. No problem. So happy there. Yeah.
yeah, you get good attendance. It's
yeah,
a nice.
I drove by last
Yeah.
night, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
That's great.
No, and those girls belted out.
Oh, I could hear
River-
them, yeah.
Oh,
Riverside,
at the,
Riverside Theater Works.
they
Yeah,
project their voice so well. And it's really, really great.
Or was it CPC? Have you been meeting?
Yeah.
Applications are,
they're already in, so we've already gone through, the eligibility applications pretty much. I think
any interesting partner?
there's not a ton, but there's a lot of like trail stuff, I would say. There's one interesting one in East Milton where up by where Kevin lives, actually, there's like up that path that goes out to the,
Oh, that was.
out to the, so that was an early one. I think they're looking to do that. Is it Arthur who's?
Out the door. So it's a path that's gonna get you back there, but paths are expensive.
Oh, yeah.
What you choose,
Crazy.
I mean, you can get the Taj Mahal level, or you can go
We want to
basic.
pick up.
Right on Thistle Ave, which is the street before my street, Colton Circle. So it's right after President's Golf Course, right there,
And we'll go where?
all the
It
way
goes
down into the,
To the marsh, pretty much, yeah.
Into the marsh.
Into the marsh.
yeah.
And you can go out, I guess. I've never walked it.
Yeah.
But it's interesting, but like where the Mass DOT parking lot is, and they want to have people come there, cross over the road, and then go down this path. But they also said, like, again, it's crazy expensive. And I'm like, can you guys phase this?
I don't know.
I think it's not real long, but it's probably like 1.5 or 2 miles.
Right.
It's just that road. I mean, I deal with it every day.
That's
It's a highway.
Yeah. that's one issue because they have the lights over where the ponds is fine. But so like even that, but like and the state's gonna have to, if they were to do, so they probably have to at least line the road. So it's that they're just talking about it as like an initial stage. There's gonna be, I suggested that they phase it like over time. Yeah. Because it would take a long time. An interesting thing too is as I was going Ponza Trail, they opened that up recently, up by Georgia's.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
nice.
Right.
It's beautiful.
Really nice. We're lucky that we have it. That it?
Yeah. And Paul, he just wanted to let us know camp's going well. They're going on week 4 next week, and they have 7 weeks total. And a lot of field trips, a lot of fun for the kids.
Great job.
Yeah.
We're already in possible.
I wish I could have got Reese to do it. She didn't want to do it this year.
Mm.
So now can't babies.
Right.
But it's funny, the babysitting class and everything. Gabby had her first babysitting gig yesterday.
I know.
How'd it go?
Yeah, she was great.
Good.
It was actually your friends who lived down on Bull Hill. She watched the 2 kids. She said it was great. All right, that's everything. Is that everything? Anything, Bonnie? Anything else?
I'm bringing back the New York trip. We haven't run since COVID because we used to use local bus company.
New York City?
New York City bus trip. It's a day trip to New York City. We leave from out here 6 o'clock in the morning, get back at 11 p.m. at night. Fox Bus Tours used to run it, Bill Fox lived in Milton, gave us a great deal. So I hadn't been able to find really as good of a deal, but finally found somebody that met us, kind of halfway.
Yeah.
So we set that up, and I'll probably go put that out there within the next week. I got the flyer together yesterday. So so November 15th for that. Yeah, it's a weekend after Veterans Day, and it's before like all the Christmas craziness. Like,
right.
It's kind of a sweet spot. I found that's usually the week that I would run it.
Yeah.
So usually we can fill a bus.
That's
so,
great.
And that's open to parents, families, everybody. I think so. As long as you go with somebody over 18, the kids can come too.
That's great.
But yeah, I usually obviously go. I go for the day too. I make sure everybody that gets on the bus leaves New York City.
You go there, but then
Also,
you're on your.
Yeah, you just get there and drop you off. It is basically transportation. 10:30, 11 o'clock. Usually arrive at Rockefeller Center. You hop off and you're gone for the day, and they'll pick you up at 6:30 that night, and then you get back here about 10:30, 11 o'clock. We have like one rest stop on the way there, like halfway, just do a quick coffee stop. I mean, there's bathrooms on the bus, but not everybody likes to use those.
Yeah.
So, and you just run in and get a cup of coffee or something. So, should be good. Yeah, I think should be good. I'm happy to bring it back.
Yeah.
'Cause every time I've gone up, I'll go see a show while I'm there, and it's fabulous. All the Broadway shows, you forget how amazing they are.
Yeah, that's great.
So I know we got these other meetings coming up, but we also do need to schedule our so when would we do that? The next one, August. Have we skipped? Did we skip one? Did we this month? Right? We didn't skip one. This month.
Summer's fall.
I'm wondering if I'm just wondering if we skipped August because we're going to be doing 2 more meetings for you to pick off, and then into your point, everyone's pretty slow through the summer. Do we just
unless something comes up where we feel we need to,
It's going to be hard.
I mean, that would be my own question is after the July 29th meeting, do we need to like recap anything? Do we feel like going into, so what was the, and then,
We play it by ear.
right, maybe play it by ear, see how it goes.
We could do that.
Yeah, we can always just put it on there.
Leave August kind of vague, and if we need
Yeah.
to, we'll do it.
What I think we should do is pick a September date.
Right, just put it on the book.
So should we, here's the dates, do we do the 11th because the 4th is gonna be, it's that first week. So what about the 11th, 18th, 25th?
I don't have my phone, so, but.
They're out there, yeah,
Pick one.
Pick whatever, yeah.
How about we do 11th?
sure.
Want to do the 11th? And then, so we'll do it normal time, 7:30. And then August, we'll play by ear because.
Yep.
Yeah, it's gonna be busy. I know it'll be hard for me to make it because I'm
Yeah.
on vacation.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be all right. Anything else, guys?
No,
No?
no, this is great. I'm excited to get Ty and Bond going and
All right. Yeah, get in.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.